we had discussed how to compute a chi-square test. So if you can remember, chi-square test involves two categorical data. If you can remember, gender was one categorical data, for example, and number of brands used by you was one more categorical variable, and based on that we had done a chi-square test using MS Excel. Okay, so the same test if I run in SPSS, it is very simple that we have to click the options and we will be able to compute the chi-square test. Okay, however, so because I'm not starting SPSS right away now itself, so it will be done in subsequent classes. So today, one of the very simple but very effective test. Okay, very simple. It is very simple than chi-square test. So that we are going to take, that is your correlation and regression. So not or, okay, or okay, so correlation or regression and correlation and regression. Okay, so either correlation or regression, correlation and regression, both the tests I'm going to show you. However, if you can see this table, now you can see, try to relate this. Categorical is chi-square. Now this correlation or regression, it is a combination of metric and metric data. Okay, so please, if you guys are not still remembering what is categorical, what is metric, refer my previous slides and try to get a grip of that. So this is the foundation for business analytics, or to be a data scientist, or else to understand what is the basics of marketing research also. So this is very crucial. To do statistics also, it is very crucial. If you go to company, do any job, so these things is basics. Okay, yes. So what are the prerequisites for correlation analysis? It is very simple. So we can, for same data, metric as an independent variable, metric variable as an dependent variable, for this we can run correlation, and going ahead we can do a regression also for the same thing. Okay, however, the difference is, I'm going to say this is one difference. I will tell you subsequently in the next slide what is exactly what is the difference between correlation and regression. Okay, so basically correlation is a bivariate analysis. If you guys can remember, uh, I had told you the difference between univariate, bivariate, and multivariate analysis. Univariate means you will test the only one variable. Okay, I would like to repeat this: only one variable. You would test only one variable. For example, one variable. How will we test? For example, stocks of any company. If you guys remember, share prices of any company, you will take it. You predict the future trend. Either you do moving average, or else you do linear trend analysis, or else you do analytical hierarchical. Okay, so there are some different tests are there. Okay, so either you do that. So one single set of data and you predict the future. If you guys can remember, we had done in our MS Excel classes in first semester, I had taken one set of data, then you would have coded it. For example, in statistics also, in statistics classes, when you were doing, you have taken one set of data, then you would have coded it x, y is that, then you take an x, then you put code for x, 1 2 3 4 5, then like this. Okay, so that is basically y is y is there, x is not there, you are predicting the x. So that is univariate analysis. Bivariate analysis means x is there and y is also been given. So you basically, you tend to understand the relationship between x and y. For example, sales and advertisement. Okay, so that is bivariate analysis. Multivariate analysis means anything more than two. Okay, so that is multivariate analysis. Sales, advertisement, either sales promotion, or else your budget. Okay, or else your production, or else your marketing research expenses. So the variables keep on adding. Y is one dependent variable. On that independent variable is either sales. I'm sorry, sales is a dependent variable. On that independent variable, either will be advertisement expenses, or else your research expenses, or else your promotion expenses. Okay, expenses on the manpower, expenses on the production. So these all, on one single sales, these many variables influence. Okay, more than one variable if they are influencing, it is called as multivariate analysis. Okay, yes. Okay, So basically, correlation can do only bivariate. Okay, correlation cannot do univariate, bivariate. I'm going to say it cannot do univariate or else multivariate. Okay, so but regression, on the other hand, it can do univariate, bivariate, and multivariate analysis. Okay, yeah. So that is the major difference between correlation and regression. And the most important thing for regression, why correlation and regression goes hand to hand, is because when it comes to bivariate or else multivariate analysis, unless and until there is a positive correlation, unless and until we have to test correlation first before going to regression. In case if there is positive correlation, then only we can do regression. Okay, yeah, you just keep these things in mind. However, these are very practical. Once I start with my Excel, the same points I'll be repeating. I'm going to say I'll be showing you in a practical way. Okay, yes. So now you have done correlation analysis in statistics classes, if you remember. So you would have got some values. Okay, probably the formula you guys know it better now. Okay, I have forgotten somehow. Okay, no problem, because that is not a cause of concern. Now you have done a correlation analysis. Okay, so less than zero. Okay, anything less than zero, if your correlation value is less than zero, or as a negative value, then it is called as a no correlation. There is nothing called as negative correlation in correlation. Okay, analysis. Okay, yeah. Then 0 to 2.9, if your value is 0 to 2.9, it is called as low correlation. 0 to 0 0.3 to 0.49, it is your moderate correlation. And anything more than zero point 0.5, it is called as high correlation. Okay, so this is basically as per the it has been proposed by some of the statisticians, like how to interpret the correlation values. Okay, this is one aspect. When you do correlation analysis, you can do this based on your values. You can tell whether it is a low, moderate, or high correlation shape. Then one more aspect. So p value is nothing but probability value. If the probability value is 0.05, then it is statistically significant, means it is legal. Okay, in case if it is less than 0.05, that means it is not correct. Okay, that means no matter we might be having relationship, but it is not a statistically significant relationship. Okay, however, always when you run a correlation, you should get the p value less than 0.05. I will repeat, whenever you do a correlation analysis, you should get a p value which is less than 0.05, or else you need not have to report that particular test. Okay, yeah. So this is a prerequisite for correlation analysis. However, um, I have tried to explain you in the subsequent slide that what is the difference between a correlationship and regression. It is a bit of interesting slide which I happened to made because out of my niche so-called creative ability. Okay, yes. So, for example, in our college, Acharya Bangalore B School, obviously students always, no matter what, be it yesterday, today, tomorrow, means our previous generation, your generation, and future generation, students will be in groups. Okay, no matter what. Okay, so they will, entire class cannot have same bonding, correct? So they will be in groups. For example, one group, two group, three group. Okay, I have taken one example. So, for example, our students, they roam in one group, group 2 and group 3. So basically there are three groups of students, and they will having some sort of a professional relationship with Anuradha madam. Okay, Anuradha madam who sits in reception. So uh, how it is like, for example, if my objective for the study, okay, if my objective for the study, I as an faculty, I want to understand how is the overall relationship of my students with Anuradha madam. Okay, that is one aspect. Second, how the group wise relationship is there with Anuradha madam. Okay, so basically my hypothesis for correlation or regression remains the same. Hypothesis is to assess the relationship. Okay, I have given it here, to assess the relationship between students and Anuradha madam. Okay, so for example, if this when I do a correlation analysis, okay, when I do a correlation analysis, if I take a data from my students, then I can interpret the relationship. For example, zero point 0.8 is the outcome, so zero point 0.8 is very high relationship. Okay, I've got a very high relationship. Okay, so student, for example, group one is going towards the reception. So their relationship, Anuradha madam, is 0.8. Okay, then this is in terms of a relationship. Okay, yes. Group two also comes there near to Anuradha madam. Group two, in that case they share a relationship of 0.75. But the moment group 2 is coming, okay, for example, group 1, group 2, group 3, they three don't have that much of bonding. For example, they are only hi bye friends, they are not very, close friends. So group 1 goes, they will tell hi hello to madam, they share pointed relationship. Group 2 comes in all of a sudden, then their relationship is 0.75. However, once the group 2 comes in, there is no difference in the relationship between group 1 and Anuradha madam. Okay. Then again, group 3 comes in. Okay. Anuradha madam is sitting, group 1 comes, and group 2 comes, and group 3 comes. Basically, if I do a correlation analysis, it tells me that no matter whosoever comes, there is no difference in the relationship. Okay. Okay. In their behavior. For example, group 1, they are very close to Anuradha madam. Okay. For example, Anuradha madam talks Telugu. Group one, they speak Telugu, and they are having a lot of bonding. All of a sudden, group two, probably they are speaking Hindi, and they come in. So basically, because they come and group one doesn't like it, then also there is no difference in relationship between group one and group two. But in reality, it doesn't happen. Normally, if some people are interacting very closely and some other people come in, automatically they will fine tune themselves. Okay, in reality it happens, they'll fine tune themselves. Okay, but the correlation analysis will not identify that. So correlationship, because it is only a bivariate, you remember, so it is a bivariate, x and y, x and y, x and y. It does not understand, okay, x1, x2, x3 on y. It does not understand that. It understands only x and y. So that is one limitation of correlationship. Okay, but however, to do regression, this is the foundation. In case of there is a relationship between the two variables, then only I can be able to go ahead with regression. Okay, so this is the example for correlationship. It does not understand the influence of another variable when it comes in. It does not understand. Okay, so it remains constant. Okay, yes. Going ahead, the same example I will try to explain you in terms of regression how it happens. Okay, yeah, yeah. Don't get confused because I have put three here. Okay, I can put only one also. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Okay. Anuradha madam is sitting in the reception counter. Student one group, it comes there. Okay. So obviously the objective remains the same to assess the relationship between students group and Anuradha madam. Okay. Yes. So group one comes in. Okay. Obviously their relationship is high. 0.8 is the relationship. Now, the moment group 2 comes into the reception and group 1 is already there, but group 1, group 2, they don't have bonding. Okay, they don't have bonding. Automatically, when they come, then they share because their relationship individually it is 0.75. But the moment they saw group 1, their relationship with another madam goes down, and the moment this comes in, even their relationship goes down. You can see from 0.8 it has gone down to 0.5 because of existence of one more variable or is a construct. Okay, now these are there. However, these groups have got a good relationship. Okay, and when they come, they will get some confidence, and they will be incremented by zero point 0.5, and they will be going bit strong because this group is there, and this relationship has slipped down to 0.45. Okay, so this is the basic understanding of your regression. Okay, that the relationship values change when one you add one more variable. So this is the basic crux of understanding the regression. So this is called as a multivariate analysis, wherein I am not doing only relationship between two, but more than two variables I'm taking, and it's influencing on a particular dependent variable. Okay, so this I have taken it as a student example. You can exchange it from a student. From there to you can probably, this is a sales. and its influence, sorry, this is the sales and its influence by advertisement, okay, what it is. Then once you introduce expenses on research and development, how advertisement relationship changes because of introduction of expenses on research and development. Then comes your probably the employee's salary or its overall operation cost of the organization. Once that comes in, how the influence of other variable changes. So for example, in this particular this thing, the student group 3 has got a highest relationship with Anuradha madam, which means irrespective of whatever variables are there, okay, student 3 groups relationship, oh god, time out for 10 minutes. Okay, we'll continue for 10 minutes and again you guys can log in back. Oh, okay, sorry. It is one hindrance, okay, which keeps on occurring. Okay, yeah, basically what I was trying to tell is you spend on advertisement, you spend on for example, group 1 is there, group 2 is there, group 3 is there. Okay, no matter whosoever comes, group three's relationships remain strong. That means if you want to implement something a professional way, in a professional way, you can trust group 3, because there is no much of a variation in their relationship, no matter how many variables comes in, and overall their relationship is strong. So in case if I want to implement anything professionally, I want to rely on group 3 rather than group 1. Okay, yes, group 2 is a moderating, because I'm going to say it is having a sort of a, okay okay relationship, 0.65. However, I can rely on this. Then in case if I want to trust someone else, then it is group 2, then I will consider group 3. Okay, so it is like that. So I'll give preference to first this, second this, then third this. Okay, so this is the basic understanding of regression. Okay, yes. Now, okay, now I will just explain you in MS Excel how to compute a correlation. Correlation, if you are analyzing it, it hardly takes 1 minute, okay, or else 30 seconds. For example, I want to understand the relationship of sales on sorry, sales is an, I will take this, why am I doing this? Okay, yes. I will take this as an dependent variable, I'll take this as an independent variable. Okay, advertisement and its influence on sales. Okay, advertisement and its influence on sales. Okay, if I want to do a simple correlation, I want to understand the correlation. Okay, I'll do it simple. Yes, is equal to, so I'll do correl, then you can just see the time. We will do it in less than 30 seconds. Okay, this comma and this. Okay, so basically I'll do this. Matter finished, correlation analysis is over, but understanding the concept is important. Okay, so this is a bivariate analysis, correct? Because now I have done with correlation analysis. Why did it I did it fast? Because to tell you that computing correlationship analysis is very simple. Okay, but you should understand the concept. Why am I doing correlationship, what it is, what type of data it is. Okay, so first and foremost, what type of data it is it a categorical data? No, it is not a categorical data. Okay, it does follow an order, it is an order, but there is a meaning for absolute zero. Okay, because this is in rupees. Okay, and it's an a trend, like there is a trend. Okay, so basically if there is a meaning for zero, okay, so this particular thing becomes a ratio data. Okay, because there is a meaning for this advertisement expenses, then this also becomes a ratio data. Okay, yes. So this is the type of measurement of scale. This is a ratio data. This is a ratio data. Basically, in your business analytical terms, this can be called as metric data. Correct? This is a metric data. This is a metric data. Okay, because a metric is nothing but a combination of either a ratio or else an a scaled data. Okay, or it's an interval data. Okay, yes. So this is an example for your correlation, because These two are metric. And when there are two metric data, then I can go for correlation analysis. Okay. However, there are two ways of doing. Either I do this correlation. Now this means there is a high correlation between your advertisement and sales. So you keep on investing on advertisement, it will yield you sales. So that is the meaning of this. However, one more way of doing is go to data, then you go to data analysis, and in data analysis you go to correlation and it test. Okay, then you select this, you select both. Okay, both the variables you select. Okay, so nothing, correlation, I have gone to data analysis, I have selected correlation, I have selected both the variables. Then labels will come in the first row. Then where I want my output to be. Okay, where I want my output to be. I want my output to be here. Okay, then I press OK. Yes. So this gives in a tabular form. Okay, the same thing it gives in a tabular form. Or I'll make it best fit. Okay, yes. So you can see there's no difference between the values. Okay, so there is no difference in the values. So both the ways you can do, either you can put a formula or else you can click data analysis, and you can go for correlation. So basically it is telling that there is a relationship. Okay, yes. So this is a generic example what I have given to you. Now the question comes. Okay, sir, you might ask me, sir, we have submitted your response. Okay, do you think we are fools? Okay, we have submitted your response, you don't tell us this, how to analyze the data based on our responses, that you tell. Because in last class, you told us that, 1 second, because in last class you told us that this is a categorical, this is a categorical. Sir, everything is categorical, only ratio, age is a ratio data, this is your responses. Okay, and rest all it is categorical. But how will I do a correlation or regression? Because the basic prerequisite for correlation analysis is that the two data sets, independent or dependent, should be a metric. Correct? So this I showed you only as an example wherein there is a metric and metric. Okay, so this basically happens when your data is already been given to you, which is in blanks. Okay, but the survey what we have done, it does not involve money aspect, it is an more of a opinion based survey, because we have taken your opinions based on these ratings. If you remember, 1 to 7 you guys have rated. So now because of this is called as an categorical data. Okay, so now we can do a correlation analysis unless and until we convert this into a metric data. Okay, yes. How much time we have? Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, yes. So still 2 more minutes we have. And how many participants are there? 93. Okay, someone can quickly take attendance. Um, because anyways in 2 minutes it is going to re-log in. I will also take. Then I will explain you this. Okay, because after 2 minutes I will explain you this. I'll take it care of attendance. Okay, don't mind. Don't log out or do something stupid. I am taking your attendance now. Or else someone is taking. That's Anil. If you're there, kindly reply. Because because only 2 minutes is there. Okay, sorry. Now 1 minute. Okay, I assume that Anil has taken. Okay, then I will not take. Okay, I will not take attendance. I will leave it on you guys. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now the most important thing is, now you have given me these responses. For example, now I will open your questionnaire. Yes. Yeah. Okay, you guys have given this response, okay, to me. Okay, basically you guys have given your name, your family occupation, all the things. Then you guys have rated the brands, and here comes the main thing. Okay, if you can remember, I had asked you these questions like this. Okay, like this. Okay, now kindly keep your attention intact. I'm going to tell you the difference. It is very simple actually, but people tend to miss this. The people, they don't understand this. I'm going to say, I don't know why, but they tend to miss this basic concept. Okay, yes, so that's the reason I put